am a chef by trade, writer by gift, healer by nature, and I teach healing strategies based in 4 pillars: self-love, energetic alignment, purpose discovery, and addressing inner child wounds. So I just went live for a second because I had some time, and I just wanted to talk about this. So one thing I will say is that a lot of people are teaching, a lot of people are talking. I won't even say teaching, I'm hesitant to say that. A lot of people are talking about healing and telling you it's what you need to do, not really giving the steps to do so, not really giving the details. There are a lot of good programs and coaches and stuff out there, but one thing I will say is a lot of people are teaching it or talking about it in a way that makes you feel as though you have to already be ready, or you have to be at a certain level before you get to the point where like you're ready to heal, you can heal, or like you're missing something already, and so you might not be ready for them or what they have. Now what I will say is this: everybody's not going to be at the same stage, but on a very basic level, healing requires 2 things to get started. Two things. Healing requires willingness. You don't necessarily have to be ready. It's kind of like how they say you're never ready to be a parent, and until you get in it and you start moving through it. That's when you kind of get your groove and you learn what you're supposed to be doing. Healing is very similar. You have to be willing. And once you're willing to start, once you're willing to face the challenges, the thing that you need after that is bravery. And I don't want you to confuse fearlessness with bravery. And I'll give you some examples. My whole life, I've been what's known as a risk taker. I bet on me. Every time I'm going to bet on me. I'm going to take the chances. I'm going to invest in me. I'm going to risk it all, like to my last dollar when it comes to me. I'm going to do it because I'm brave about it. But people look at that and they're just like, oh my God, you're just so brave. You're just so brave. But please understand, there's a difference between fearless and bravery. And that difference is, don't think I'm not scared. I am usually terrified. I'm usually very afraid, but I do it anyway. And that's because I'm trying to build myself up to trust in God, to trust Spirit to guide me on my next steps or what I need to be doing. So you kind of treat the healing journey the same way. You don't have to be fearless about it. You just have to be brave enough to step into it, and then brave enough to say, all right, I'm going to do this. Brave enough to say, I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to try. And even when it gets tough, I'm going to keep going. That's why I say you need willingness and you need bravery. You don't have to be fearless. You can be scared out of your mind. I'm usually scared shitless when I'm about to start something new. I'm usually terrified, but people look at it and they just see bravery because I do it anyway. I think it's Lisa Nichols that says, do it afraid. Or she has a quote or something like that says, do it afraid. I'm a big advocate for that because that's literally the story of my life. Like I said, I'm going to bet on me every time, but I don't do it without fear. Please understand that. I don't do it without fear. So anyway, I just came to bring that. I have some time to kill. Finally finna get my hair done today. I'm putting my locks together, as you can see, with all these darn rubber bands. But finally going to get like the actual needlework done. So I just came to like stop by YouTube. I told y'all I'm here. I'm gonna be here, and I appreciate y'all liking, subscribing. I am super grateful that as I start this journey again, people are actually interested and people are ready. Although it doesn't look exactly how I said it would when I first started it, I'm super grateful anyway, because it's not all recipes. There haven't been recipes in a while. They are coming, but I appreciate y'all who are allowing me to stay on my purpose-driven journey. And all the new people who will come, just know that there's a whole lot more. And I have something like really exciting that I cannot wait to share, that I've already started documenting. And that speaks to the tune of doing things afraid. You know what I mean? It's like, I just really want people to understand that you don't wait till you feel ready. Just be willing. And when you get to the hard parts, just be willing to push through them. Because healing, and let me give you an example of what that looks like in terms of healing. What it looks like is there's going to come a time on the healing journey where, whether you're doing it alone or you're doing it with a coach or you're doing it with a therapist, no matter what, there's going to come a time, or several times, where you got it. When we talk about inner child wounds and things like that, there's going to come a time where you're going to really hit, or really have to sit in those feelings, those emotions that come from those inner child wounds, or those hurtful times. No matter what you're healing from, there's going to come a time where you have to really accept it. Like, that's a part of my self-love pillar, is truly accepting yourself. And that includes accepting what has already happened to you. And you have to, what else are you going to do besides accept it? You can't go back and change it. So what else are you going to do besides accept it? But a part of accepting all the things that have happened to you, you also have to accept yourself. And in doing so, you learn to accept who you are, move forward with that, and then you can build on that. That's the reason you have to go back. But when you go back and you have to address those things and think about the role you played in some of those things as a child, you may not have played a role. But if things happen to you that you are trying to heal from as an adult, we have to look at how you contributed. We have to look at where was your self-worth when you went through that last relationship, and it was trouble, and it was turmoil, and it was terrible. Where would you? The one thing I like to look at, when you met that person, when you got into the relationship with that person, where was your self-worth at? What was your life like? If you look at where you were in your life, then that's an indicator. That's something we look back at to say, at that point in your life, the people you were attracting at that time probably weren't going to be any good for you. For example, I use myself for everything. Everything I talk about is only from experience. If I don't have knowledge on it or experience on it, then I try not to speak on it. So I say that to say, a few relationships ago or dating a while back, depending on where I am in my life, I don't even want to date or want to get in a relationship because of where I am. And that's not to say you have to be perfect, but what it is to say is, I know my energy is in a bad place. If I know my energy is in a bad place and I'm low and ain't nothing really feeling good about me, nothing's really going right, and I know my energy not right, I don't really want to hold on to anything that I drew in during that time. Because anything you're drawing in during that particular time might not be good for you, because there's a reason it's attracted to you at such a low vibration. There's a reason that when you're at this low frequency, that thing is attracted to you, because it's also at a low frequency. And when I move out of that, as I grow through that time in my life, you're not going to want to hold on to those things, because you have to keep growing. You have to keep building on the version of you that you want to become. So everything, and that's why we always in this shedding process, it seems like. And I talk about that in one of my books that I'm working on. Like, y'all, it feels like you're in a constant shedding process. Like, you meet new people, it hurts because you start to feel like something is wrong with you. Literally, I've been through it. Like, I know you start to feel like something is wrong with you, because it's like, dang, I can't hold on to nothing I wanted, or nothing, whether it's a job, a relationship, platonic relationships, friendships. Sometimes you just start shedding stuff because of your growth. But when you're in those phases of constant evolution, and you're always trying to grow and you're always trying to learn, it's like you always shedding stuff. And if your mindset tells you you're losing stuff versus shedding stuff, it really kind of messes you up. So I don't have too long, y'all, because I do want to go in here and get some work done. I'm headed into, like I said, I got a couple hours to kill before I go get my hair done. But I pulled up to this Panera Bread because I don't know why, I like to come to Panera Bread, pull out my laptop, get some work done. So I don't know why, it's something about Panera Bread. I like sitting in here to work. But either way, I just wanted to drop that little nugget that was dropped in my spirit before I walk in here, because I'm gonna try to keep my phone out my hand while I'm in here for no distractions while I do my writing. But just know that, like I said, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the people who just got here. Please like the live when you come across it. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Just know that I appreciate y'all. This is probably my second or third go around on this YouTube journey, but I am super grateful that I have people here who Shy says, thank you, needed that. You are very welcome. I appreciate it. I wasn't even paying attention to these. Love that statement. I needed that. You are so welcome. I'm here, y'all. I plan to be here. I'll probably make another YouTube, like an actual video about it when I get some time, or after, probably tomorrow when I get situated. But I have officially stepped down at my job. Those who have been, or you can go back and see my journey if you are new here and haven't been following. Most of the people who came from Facebook have been following my journey, and I haven't really announced it over there yet. But I officially stepped down from my job as a selectable district manager with the food service company I've been with for 1.5 years. And I did that so I could focus on more purpose-driven things. So I said that to say, just know that I'm super grateful, even for the support that's right out the gate, because I'm making a huge risk. But this is me showing God my mustard seed faith. So yeah, y'all have an amazing day. What's today? Y'all have an amazing Monday. Have a great week. But we're gonna be talking more this week. We're gonna be talking a lot more, actually, especially since your girl done cut that income down and stepped down out of that position. So I'm gonna be here. Y'all comment, ask questions, suggest topics, anything around healing. Like I said, is what I discuss. My specific healing path is based on 4 pillars: self-love, energy alignment, addressing childhood wounds, and purpose discovery. Those are the things I aim to teach about and aim to help people with. So any topics or suggestions you have around that, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all be well, and I'm gonna do the same.